The intersection of Las Positas Road and Cliff Drive is one of the busiest in the city, but in the past, as a four-way stop, that meant for long queues and wait times at traffic hours.
Before there were any intersection improvements done, the intersection was an all-way stop, and during the peak hours, especially the PM peak, traffic would back up, sometimes well past Ealing's Park to the north, which is nearly a third of a mile. And so there was a lot of congestion here and a strong desire from the community for some congestion relief.
To provide that relief, in 2013, City Council approved a proposal for a roundabout at the intersection.
This was not an easy decision for the council to make to go with the roundabout because of the extra cost involved. The council had to decide whether to use general fund money on top of the grant that we received to do it. And ultimately the council decided if we're going to spend good money on this project, let's do it right. And so this one-time money for a project like this was, we thought, the better thing to do in the long run. And I think it was the right decision.
A single-lane roundabout design was chosen to improve traffic flow and increase safety.
It's constant flow, so traffic pulls up and it yields to other traffic that's already in the roundabout, and then it can go. The reason roundabouts are safer is because of the low speeds. The way we design roundabouts is that as traffic is approaching the roundabout, we design some reverse curves into the approach, so the traffic is gradually slowed as it gets close to the circle. Once it enters the circle, it's usually at a low speed, somewhere in the 15 to 20 mile an hour range. So drivers tend to have a lot more time to react. And even if there is a collision, it's usually a low speed fender bender versus a high speed T-bone that can happen at a traffic signal. So even if there is a collision, it's usually a lot less severe.
Roundabouts can easily and safely be navigated by pedestrians too. Generally, traffic is moving pretty slow, and you only have one lane to cross at a time because of these median refuge islands. From here, you wait for the traffic in the other lane and cross when it's safe. Cyclists traverse the roundabout just like cars do, but for those with less experience, there are ramps that connect the bike lanes with wide sidewalks that can be shared with pedestrians. The roundabout was completed in May, and in the fall, the city will be conducting a follow-up study to see how traffic is flowing.
After we do an intersection improvement, we like to give traffic time and all the drivers time to get used to the new traffic control. But just anecdotally, the congestion's gone. The queues that we were seeing past Ealing's Park in the PM peak have virtually vanished. So just by that, it's working really well.
The roundabout landscaping is covered with drought-tolerant plants and water infiltration systems.
Around the roundabout, there's water infiltration points, so as it rains out here, there's places for water to shed off the road and infiltrate into the ground, which improves creek quality because the water from the runoff of the road isn't running off into the creek, and it also helps recharge our groundwater supply.
The city also improved the crosswalk at Allen Road during the roundabout construction.
We installed some median refuge islands. The refuge islands help calm traffic, and as well it provides the pedestrians the opportunity to do what we call a two-stage crossing.
I, really want to commend the neighbors in the Mesa area and people who just love going to Hendry's Beach for telling us that this was important to them. I really think this particular roundabout is really helping people get used to driving around a roundabout, and that perhaps we can look to other places around the city to see where else they could work.